Welcome to the studio at African Utility Week and Power Gen Africa. Today I am speaking with Mpeli Rampokanyo from the CSIR, and we're going to be talking about the Integrated Resource Plan, or the lack thereof. Welcome.
Thanks, Nicolette.
Mpeli, let's start off with the Integrated Resource Plan and what we can expect this year with it being released.
Okay. All right. With the 2018 IRP, with regard to my views on that, I think I'm very, very comfortable with what has been asserted in the 2018, the current IRP.
Yes.
Especially from the systems services point of view, in the sense that in 2016 it was not very clear, or it was not established quite concretely, how the future energy mixes will pan out, especially with regard to erosion of inertia due to introduction of inverter-based generation. So this current IRP actually, talks to that, and simply, there's an assertion there that says that post 2030 we cannot confirm the energy mixes going forward because of looming power system stability issues. So in that respect, I think it was well thought through.
So even though we don't have an integrated resource plan, an energy transition is underway.
Yes.
So what is it that we need to know about that energy transition?
Yeah. Well, energy transition, like the word transition means, it presents an opportunity, and a fertile ground for learning. So I think we need to embrace it, because we are, as engineers, going to be learning new technologies, how to integrate this into the current system, and how to operate the future system with that new technology. So I think the transition presents an opportunity to learn, and we should embrace it.
All right.
Yeah.
And we have prosumers that are already embracing that.
No, definitely. The utility, or rather the power sector, is changing, in the sense that now we are moving towards consumers are no longer consumers per se. They are now becoming prosumers. That means they become actively involved, in the participation of a power provision, in a utility setup. So basically, they can produce and they can consume at the same time. So we do have things like demand response, where consumers are contracted to actually, participate in alleviating, problems in the power system. Yeah, so
at the CSIR, your forte is around power inertia.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, power system inertia. It's a phenomenon where when you introduce inverter-based generation, which is static, it doesn't have moving parts, you tend to erode the inherent inertia of the system, because previous or conventional generation have rotating parts. So those rotating masses, they present what you call inertia characteristic to a power system. So you introduce inverter-based generation, you displace the synchronous machines, and as a result you erode power system inertia. The problem with that is that when you have events on the system becomes more malleable to perturbations. It responds very easily to small perturbations, and that is very dangerous for a system. So that is what power system inertia is in a nutshell, and we are having countermeasures currently that we are developing in order to combat the problem, but it's not permanent solutions. It's just mitigation strategies that we are trying to put in place in order to alleviate this problem. So things like fast frequency response systems are being introduced currently, on the power system. There is talks of things called flywheels, which present, because they rotate, they will give a bit of inertia, such things there. So we are mitigating it, but we don't have a permanent solution as yet. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe now to our channel for more content.